All right, guys, I got the wooden planks out of here for a moment, so I figured it'd be a good time to make a video. So what I did was I took a router and rounded off these edges a little bit so it's nice and round. Not exactly round, it's still cube, but rounded edges. Put some carriage bolts up there, some grade 5 carriage bolts with locking nuts on the far side there. The issue is, by me having this handle come down so far, it's a lever. And because that's the midpoint there, and then so it's a lever to pull this board over here. And you say, well, who cares? Just attach the board real strong. It bows in the whole wall of the van. So what I ended up doing was that other board. Let me zoom in on it. This 2x6 thicker board. I put a little wedge. You can barely see it there. You can see it there just above the metal piece. There's a wedge there between that board and the wall. It basically puts force back against the wall from that board, and that board is mounted several different places. That way, when you pull on this, you're actually pulling against that board now instead of just the wall, because that beam, it was literally bowing in the wall by grabbing on. So I've thought about chopping this off up here higher, because it's just human nature. You always grab for the lowest spot you can. So if the lowest spot doesn't exist and you have to grab here, you're going to be fine, because that's the same height as the other handle. But you know, I wanted to make it really easy, convenient, because this is nice to just be able to reach on here and pull up. So it's one of those things where I know I'm not going to tear it up, but I'm worried you get some, 300-pound dude who's like, yeah, whoa. And the thing is, it doubles whatever force you put into this is being doubled because it's a lever. And so it's really putting a lot of force on that, Anyway, I'm going to go get a carriage bolt, run a carriage bolt through here. I got to get a longer carriage bolt. Got to go back to the hardware store. And just making progress. It's just this little functionality stuff, like really figuring it out. But I'm really thinking about chopping this off, maybe about here, and then even putting something on the bottom, like you have on the bottom of a bat, where it gets a little bit bigger. Taking like a circular disc and routering it on both sides, and then putting it on there. And now I've got a, you know what I'm saying, something to where you're not worried about slipping down. I also need to use a finer sandpaper on this. I only use the rough stuff. I need to fine this off and make it really smooth. But in general, I'm really happy with this. This up here is super strong. That's not the issue. You can pull down on this. You can pull down on this like super fucking hard. Those are grade 8 bolts up there, and those are grade 5 bolts right there. And that's a really strong beam, and that's a really strong L. So, I mean, if you want to hang something from this, it'll hold all the weight in the world. But the pulling on it, this lever over to that wall, I never thought about the whole wall bowing in. So anyway, just figured I'd give you guys an update. See ya.